Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Kembali bersama kami Dobson Family.
Selamat pagi, everyone. Hey.
What's the topic for today?
Today we need to go back to the future.
What do you mean back to the future?
Well, let's talk about the differences between when I was growing up in the 70s to when you were growing up in the 80s, right?
So we are actually different only 13 years.
13 years difference is not that different.
Yeah.
No. We're almost the same line.
So when you are almost teenager, I just born.
Maybe. Okay, well that's great. So today we're going to look at I'm the 1970s, okay? I should be the 1980s, but I'm the 1970s, okay? I went to school in 1970.
The primary SD.
Yes, I was 1970. I started primary school. Okay, so let's first. One of the first big differences would be that women in Canada would start to change their career. Usually in the 1950s and 60s, a woman would be a teacher or a secretary or a nurse. But in the 1970s, they would start to get different kinds of jobs.
Soal dapur makanan, gimana memasaknya di tahun 70-an.
Yeah, I think growing up in the house in the kitchen in the 1970s, there tended to be the kitchen would have a lot of plastic. There was a lot of new plastic containers and the plastic kitchenware and plastic plates. It was really that kind of style. Even basically in the 1970s they created the crock pot. And another the stove that we had. The stove that we had a heating element. It was a circular heating element. It would get very bright red.
Yeah.
So the stove that we had was very different than
No idea.
Yeah.
Is in my 80 in the village, we don't have that.
Right. You have the.
We have a wood, so when I want to cook, I have to go to the jungle, collect all the wood and stuff like that, and we use the wood, and it's.
A very different style.
Yeah.
You know what?
We don't have electric in my village in the 80s.
Really?
We use the light, no electric. We use the petrol.
Wow. And one of the other appliances that came out from the 1970s, the microwave. I remember getting a microwave in the 1970s. It was very convenient to cook your food.
Okay, that is in the 70s. In Canada, udah ada electric.
Yeah.
In the 80s in Indonesia, we don't have electric in my village ya. Di desa aku belum ada listrik tahun 80-an.
Right. Well, I'm sure in Jakarta they would.
But we talk about us, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I grew up with that. Even stuff like toys. I grew up with a lot of plastic toys with that were just starting to use electronics. Like there would be little robots that could move, or very simple electronics.
My toys is what they call a banana tree. So we cut it, we make a shape, like we shape a tempeh, we shape tofu. That's our toys.
Well, that's good though. We had.
And our money is a jackfruit leaf.
Really?
And if we want the necklace to play, we get the cassava leaf and that thing we cut it to become necklace and stuff like that.
Oh, I want to go. I want a necklace like that too.
Kita kan pakai tebak ya, pakai tempe, pakai itu jualan rujak, semuanya dari tebak. Itu pohon pisang.
We had what was called an easy bake oven. It was a little oven you could plug in, and the children could make a little mini cake and put it in there.
We do have that too in the 80s in my village. We do a can. If someone have a can, we use it, and then I start to cook with the wood and stuff like that.
Okay, how about let's talk about what kind of films came out in the 1970s. We would watch the films at the theater, watch Star Wars or Jaws. some of those famous films that would come out then?
Waktu aku when I grow up waktu itu
Did you
in
go
the
to cinema?
No. We have layar tancap.
Oh, Layar Tanjak.
It's in the it's in the beach and then have the white screen. Everyone was together.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Bring everyone together?
It's free, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think so. You go
We
there.
nonton sahur sepuh, babak tinular, something like
We
that.
would have a drive-in where you get your car and you drive your car and you get your audio and you put it in the window
Yeah.
and you watch the big screen with
we
your
call
car.
layar tancap.
The drive-in theater.
Yeah, but for the television, we don't have that. In the 80, only one in the one village. Sometimes only two people have a television. So
Really?
they mostly all together, like watching that boxing.
Oh yeah,
who's
yeah.
that?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's all full in my village.
Well,
everywhere.
in the 70s, a house would only have one TV. We would have a TV. It would be very big. It'd be a very big piece of wood, the big tube in the TV, and not like today. But we
watch television. We don't have electric, so we use that. How to say aki? Aki this directly.
generator.
No, not generator. It's a black box, and then if no more, then we cannot watch TV.
Battery.
Yes, kind
Kind
of
of a
like battery,
battery.
but
Wow.
nggak tahu ya baterai, tapi aki ya namanya.
How about music? We had in the 70s. We had disco dancing. You know
Okay,
disco?
I know, but at that time the music is not really disco in.
It was some more. I think you had 80s was 1980s. I think was a lot of soft pop, a lot of pop.
Yeah,
pop music.
Yeah, pop. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we watch.
Westlife. No, that's the 90s.
No. We not really do music. We use the radio.
Oh yeah.
We use Sandiwara is drama in the radio, so we just listening the drama, not really in the music stuff. Yeah, we do the music only that the cassette, what they call
The 8-track.
Yeah.
The 8-track is from the 70s. You're using 70s technology in the 1980s.
So actually, we compare Canada and Indonesia in my village, big difference. We don't have electric, we don't have television, and you have.
But though, for all the things you're saying that are different, actually they're all kind of the same. You would use your imagination and cut leaves for toys and play. And we would do the same sort of thing. We'd have plastic guns and plastic toys and use our imagination. It was how about we look at traveling? I mean, when we traveled, we took a vacation. We'd have it was called a station wagon. It's a very long, flat car, and a lot of people. Not like a van. A van is very tall and like a box. This was a station wagon to go from our city to, let's say, to the USA to go shopping or something. We'd have
Okay, you're lucky. We don't have that kind of stuff. What we do have is kledekan.
Oh, kledekan.
But we're not for holiday.
What's a kledekan?
It's like we attack to the bicycle. My father have that.
Oh, is that?
We have the square and then have the two wheel between side and side, and all my sister in there on the back.
On the bicycle.
Yeah, but my father ride the bicycle. We on the back, but not for travel. That is, we go to get sand.
You guys really
we work to
together.
Help my father nyari pasir.
To get sand.
To get sand in the
quarry probably.
Yeah, it's
quarry.
like not a river.
Yeah.
You know what's in the middle.
Yeah. Speaking of rivers, in Canada, when I grew up, we'd go to the swimming pool for entertainment. We'd go to the swimming
we
pool.
have the real swimming pool is the river. We call
You go swimming in the river?
Yeah.
You go swimming in the river. Was it safe?
No, it's I almost drowned.
Oh no! Well, I almost drowned in a swimming pool.
Yeah, we do that in the real one. It's called river.
Really?
You know where it is.
Wow.
It's a lot of children die in there.
Oh, that's
many
not good.
happen.
Right, that's not good.
So it's different, but not the river too. One we have also called sumber ladok. That
Did you, when you went swimming, did you get
that the one place that
the
you
pond?
jump in,
The pond. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went swimming in the pond in.
Aku ajak dia ke pond Geledok.
Yeah.
There is a lot of bamboo and stuff.
So talk about the medical stuff in the 70s. We were generally safe in Canada.
Oh,
Not
what
really.
in the 80s in my village is a lot in other place too. A lot of we have a skin problem and disease like panuan, kudikan. You know panuan like all the how to say in the
Hives
skin,
or
like a skin all spread in whole body.
like a rash.
Not rash, and it's really not good and itchy and stuff.
No.
And then some is like how to say, like a white and then have inside in itchy.
Infection.
Yeah, something like that. And we do have kopoan ya.
Oh no.
You know, it's because that's everyone, I think, because water.
Yeah. I mean that would be, but then you'd always take care of things like that.
Nggak ngerti bahasa Inggrisnya ya.
Yeah. The good old days.
How about do you know about the worm in your stomach?
The ringworms? No, there's no ringworms in Canada.
No?
Well, I mean, maybe there is, but I would. Tapeworms. It's called a
don't know.
tapeworm.
Yeah.
Tapeworm. No, I hope not.
No, well, we do.
Oh.
Ya, kita di kamu ada kan yang cacingan banyak gitu ya di perut gitu. Kalau berak tuh cacingnya juga ikut keluar. Gitu.
I guess
Zaman sekarang nggak ada.
It's a different.
Makanya minum Kombatrin.
Right. I hope you. It's a different world, I guess. But you know,
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, it's every culture, every group have their own issues.
Yeah.
So growing up in the 70s is very different than growing up in the 80s.
Yeah.
How about the 90s and the 2000s?
In the 90s, we start have electric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We start have electric when in the early 90s, and my father bought television also, and a lot of my neighbor come to my house too. So at that time we start have electrics, but some people don't have it, so we use from who have electric, and we have a wire
Extension cord. Yeah. Well, no, I mean it just sounds like we're from different worlds.
Yeah, you see, we are in the 80s. We start have electric. In your country is already modern. Yeah.
I think we had electric in the 40s, and 30s.
Oh.
but you know, it's a different world. I mean, you know. But at the end of the day, you could say we're very different. But actually, we're very
Ya,
much the same.
kita cuma have
Very much the
bicycle,
same.
okay? Bicycle, sepeda jengke aja udah paling bagus ya, punya motorcycle itu punya motor kebanyakan tahun 90-an ya. Awal 90-an, 80-an tuh banyak tukang ojek kemana-mana kan ojek sama naik sepeda.
But what I do notice, the things that are similar is that the family is there's a lot of love in Indonesia, a lot of family love. And
Love
same,
each other.
and same in Canada. There's a lot of love, and there's a lot of things are the same. You know, the father, your father took care of everything.
How about the house? Don't you know? You never talk about the house style and.
Well, the house has always been a very solid thing. I mean, it was something that was always. You would need to repair the roof once in a while, or you know, we'd need to clean up the yard on the Saturdays and cut the grass.
So
and,
is in Canada anyone
shovel
is just
the snow.
I want to build a house and we do.
No, it's a very long process. No.
No,
You
it's
would
not like that.
never do
Okay.
that.
Or if in my village, yes, we do.
Really?
So yeah, if you want to build a house easy, first we just make the brick. So I know how to make the brick from the soil, and then we burn it. You know, not burn it yet.
You could make the house in Canada for us then.
No, it's not.
Rosita Dobson's Kitchen and House Making
Kita
Show.
Kalau di kampung zaman aku tumbuh ya, kan ada yang bikin batu merah, ada yang bikin genteng, you know. My neighbor make a roof so from the soil.
Oh.
And then we cut it so
Well,
many
that's
things. I know
that's a
process.
really good.
It's
You know,
not easy.
that's the best way. I mean, the product, you're using the earth
Pakai tanah
to live
liat.
in the earth. I mean, the
Yeah.
soil and all that. I think that's the better way.
And we use the wood to burn it to make it color red. So
Exactly. You're using.
like my father make his own. Like the door, my father make his own everything.
Your
so.
father's a good man. I really like Indonesian furniture. I think I really would love to get a nice,
But
good
nice.
Indonesian
A lot of
furniture.
people want something modern style.
Traditional is good too, and modern is nice, but without traditional stuff that you forget about those things. And I'm really looking forward to having some traditional chairs and stuff in our house one day. People in Canada, you might think that people had everything, but they had to work very hard. You had to work very hard to get that house and to pay the mortgage and to pay your bills. Nothing's for free.
Yeah, we don't pay the bill. We don't pay the mortgage.
Yeah. See.
We just we make everything ourselves.
How long did it take you to go to school?
Oh, just 10 minutes by bicycle.
10 minutes by bicycle? I had 5 minutes by walking.
No,
But we had to walk through the snow though sometimes. It was very cold. Very cold, and you're walking through the snow and crunch.
we are walking in the heat and in the rain.
I would rather take the snow. The heat is just.
How about the punishment from the parent if you are being naughty?
Oh, well, first of all, when we sat down at the table, you'd get served your food, and that's the food you'd eat, and all of that kind of stuff. There was a lot of that. But if you weren't following the rules of the house, you'd be sent to your room. You'd have to go to your room and stay in your room for the 4 to 5 hours and just be isolated. It was kind of
That's good.
Detention,
Easy.
grounding.
Yeah.
How about you? Did you get
Easy.
sent to your room?
Oh yeah. No, not to my room. My father sent me to the pond. Throw me in the pond.
Your father picked you up and threw you in the pond?
Dilempar di kolam.
Why did you do that?
Oh yeah.
Give me a story about that.
I'm not really remember, but I remember at the night my father threw me in the pond.
You and your sister?
Yeah.
You and Umi?
Yeah.
He threw you and Umi in the pond?
yeah.
What did you do?
I don't know. Not really remember. I think we being naughty.
I like your father. Very clever. I bet you were behaved the next day.
Oh yeah. So if your father send you to the room, it's easy. So what?
Yeah.
It's not get hurt.
No.
It's like us. It's get wet.
We wouldn't get wet. But no, so there's a lot of things that are different, but at the same time, a lot of things that were the same, and I would say that in growing up in your village, you had a lot more to do around the house. Well, it sounds like you had a really good 80s.
Yeah, we are happy. We have tough life, but we are happy. We have a lot of friends. Every afternoon we gathering, we play so many games.
Do you know what happened when I was in primary school? One day I woke up and said, I think I'm going to meet an Indonesian woman. She's just been born. She's just been born. She's from the other side of the world. I was in like primary 6 or primary 7 or something. Primary 6. That would have
You
been
have
12
no
years.
idea where is Indonesia is.
No, but it came to me. I said, I'm gonna marry a most beautiful woman from Indonesia. I was in primary school.
Even when you are in Korea, you have no idea.
No, I had no idea. I had no idea I'd fall in love with the most beautiful, caring person in the world.
Aku mbak.
Aku.
Again.
No.
Selamat pagi, everyone.
Selamat pagi. So Daniel, I was just talking with Mom about the growing up in the 1970s, and Mom was talking about growing up in the 1980s, and I'd like you to talk about some of the toys you've had growing up.
So earlier, when I was a child, I had lots of different toys, like my Legos, like over there.
Oh, Legos,
maybe some
yeah.
building blocks, some pillows. But when I grew up, I have more technological toys, like my iPad.
So you play
that
game
I shared with
to
my
the-
sister.
So you got iPad and phone.
Computer for like schoolwork.
So you have a computer for school, iPad that you share with your sisters, and a telephone for when you go to school. You have a lot of toys that use technology. I think that's one of the big differences between growing up in the 70s, 80s, and
Now it's 2000.
I'd say 2010s, that generation.
Yeah.
Do you feel spoiled in having all of these toys, or is that just
No,
normal?
that's just normal now. Like
It's just
maybe
normal now?
before, like in the 2000s, maybe that was high class, but now
Right.
it's just like modern.
I mean, all your
normal.
friends, do all your friends have these
Yeah.
types of toys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
so-
have friend with phone.
Yeah, generally, I mean, even in Indonesia, a lot of people have telephones.
Yeah.
iPads, not so much, but there's a fair amount of iPads and some
Yeah.
games and stuff. Yeah, so I think in today's world, everything has come. Everything is more evened out. Is more evened out. That's good.
Do you know what this look like in the 80s or 70s?
I only know videos.
Go
that are,
go to YouTube and look at the 70s and 80s.
No idea.
No, just pictures and short clips of those times.
Your mom and I were talking about how things are very different, but also very the same. You know, mom would use banana leaves and all of that to play, and we would use plastic toys to play. So, but we'd both end up using our imagination a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even today.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, well that's it. Thank
So
you for.
your childhood is not so tough like us.
No, I'm gonna say it's they still have lots of things to do in their online, and I'm gonna say it's more complicated if anything.
Yeah.
It's not more tough. They gotta charge up stuff. They always gotta get battery power.
No, I
gotta
think
update.
They have to study so hard now.
More things nowadays that cause you, or someone just sent a WhatsApp, so you gotta answer them back, and everything's now. I'm gonna say that even today's toys for these kids can be more stressful than maybe you need to go to a plastic toy again,
No.
and it'll be easy, because you just put
It'll
it
be
down.
boring.
You don't need to charge it. Then you use your imagination.
Yeah. Like if you
It's
left
still
the
boring.
Lego.
Yeah, like the Lego. Okay, well anyway, so we've had a good chat about
Yeah.
that. I wanted to say you're very handsome today, as usual. Huh?
Yeah,
Isn't he
okay.
the most beautiful boy? Okay, so thank you for watching, and hope you have enjoyed some of the differences between the 70s and the 80s and the 2010s.
Yeah. Indonesia, Canada, and Hong Kong.
But we're still from the planet Earth. We're all the same.
We are the same.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Bye. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.